Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another on Steph Favrever weekly recap slash brew review. I know it's been a little busy. Yeah. So we're just gonna roll through these last three weeks. But as always, we've got to start with the brew review. We got here is a Hotspot Hazy IPA. It's from the Quick series. It's Carbon 4. I guess they did a little team up with Quick Trip there, which is pretty cool for them. I'm sure that's probably a big deal. I don't know. See that? Focus, camera, focus. Probably a nice big deal for them. Okay, this hazy, Hotspot Hazy thing going on here. So we're gonna try that out. I like IPAs. Fantasy Factory, top of the list, I would say. Pour that bad daddy in there. That's the kid. This will be a nice burp later. It's good. It's smooth. Compared to Fantasy Factory, it's definitely not as hoppy. I definitely still prefer Fantasy Factory. It's kind of a taxi, beats you up in a good way. So, no, it's still not bad. I'll give it a beers I've tried so far on this weekly dealio here. Probably in the middle of packs. It's alright. It's alright. Alright, so yeah, we're going to be going through weeks 10, 11, and 12. Okay, we're going to do a quick kind of recap, I think, on the first three. Just see where you're at, see what's going on. Do a little bit of deep dive, normal dive onto the week 12. Sorry about that. But yeah, week 10 was actually the first time you were able to go up against who you went up against in week 1. So you got to see if you could undo what happened in the past or, relive it. So the Bus Boys went up against Laces Out. Okay. Last time the Bus Boys walked away with a victory. This time Laces Out managed to sneak on by. They beat them 274 to 262. So not a big gap there. Good job, Brendan, bringing me down a peg on that one. Let's go to the biggest blowout of that week, which would be Find Your Niche. Kind of just destroyed Too Cool for School that week. It's 282 to 161. So, 120 points is nothing to sneeze at. I guess his Too Cool for School did not have enough, people going on there. So, probably a bye week. Then you have the Kenosha Kickers who went up against That's What She Said. That's What She Said continued their losing streak. The Kenosha Kickers did walk away with that victory, 306 to 237. Kenosha Kickers did score the highest of that week, so good job. And then you have Von Miller Time who went up against the Toss-Ups. Toss-Ups actually walked away with a victory, beat them about 20 points. It was 228 to 248. Then 3 Killer Rugs for Sale went up against AR-12 Goat, beat them also by about 20 points, 270 to 251. So yeah, that would be week 10. I'm going to go back to week 1. I'm going to see who repeated and who did not. So yeah, in week 1, Von Miller Time actually walked away with a victory against Toss-Ups. This time Toss-Ups were able to get their revenge and beat them down. Find Your Niche actually just repeated. They had a bigger beatdown this time around against Too Cool for School. That's What She Said did win week 1. Remember, you were also a hot start, and then you signed up in Michael Scott. Ended up being a mistake. So you did not, Kenosha Kickers got the revenge in that one. And AR-12 Goat actually lost last time, but it was by the slim margin of 3. So, yep. All right, let's just move right along. Let's move right along to week 11. Again, so these are rematches and all that fun stuff, but the Bus Boys went up against Von Miller time. They beat him again. Okay, it was 368 to 304, so it wasn't as close this time around. Biggest blowout of the week was Laces Out, who, honestly, I don't know if they might have put up the most points we've seen all season in this week. They put up 409 to a 211 from AR12 Goat. So yeah, just nearly 200 point gap there. It's just kind of crazy. Then Find Your Niche went up against the Toss-Ups, beat them. Okay, they're at 256 to 173. Okay, so pretty good there. Kenosha Kickers, again, walked away with another victory against Too Cool for School. Beat them by about 82 points, 286 to 204. Then we have 3 Killer Rugs for Sale that went up against That's What She Said. That's What She Said. I lost this one. Okay. 3 Killer Rugs, 245 to 201. And now we are on to the current week. So week 12 was the last one where there were some final results in, okay? Biggest blowout was 3 Killer Rugs going up against Too Cool for School. Okay. They beat them 268 to 225. Their main guys this time around were going to be the defense. They had Cleveland and New England. Both of them they did about 10 more points than projected. He also had Odell that week, who put up 26 compared to the 15. So those were the key players for 3 Killer Rugs. They're now the 4th seed. Okay, so they're looking pretty good. They're definitely, I think that makes them playoff safe, which is nice. It's got to feel good. For Too Cool for School, unfortunately not going to be in the playoffs this time around. They are, they're in that bottom seat with the 3-9 record. They did have Fournette show up for them this time. Put up 53 points compared to the 18 projected. So really good. They also had Renfro put up 28 compared to the 15, but yeah. So yeah, there's only 2 weeks left. You have this week and the next week, and then it's the playoffs. So yeah, unfortunately, Too Cool for School is going to be out of the playoffs this time around. Hopefully next year we can do a little better. We'll see some different people in the mix. All right, let's go to the next game, shall we? Up next, we're going to have That's What She Said going up against AR12 Goat. All right, it looks like That's What She Said only had really one standout this time around, and that is going to be Higgins for Cincinnati. The wide receiver put 29 compared to the 16, 17 projected. They walk away with the victory in this one. It's 267 to 243, so still not like a crazy game or anything like that. The biggest thing I would say was Davis and Lamb, 2 wide receivers going, and they put up 0 points, no points. It's crazy. It's not good. It's terrible. Other than that, everyone pretty much just kind of stuck to where they needed to be. Both their defenses did well, but still, AR12 Goat walks away a loser from this game and is knocked out of the playoffs with a 3-9 record in the 9th seed. That's What She Said has a slim chance of getting in. They are 4-8. So yeah, both these teams are more than likely out of the playoffs. AR12 Goat is for sure. Hopefully they will care a little more next year. Maybe they won't. Maybe they'll have to incentivize this thing. I don't know. Whatever I gotta do to make it happen. Okay? Alright, moving right along. We're going to go to the next game here. We are going to go to Laces Out, going up against Von Miller time. Laces Out walked away with a victory in this one. They were 310 to 390. Honestly, really close. Laces Out had Rodgers put up 70 compared to the 60 projected. So that's always a plus. Other than that, it looks like mainly they had a defense kind of step up a little bit. Minnesota put up 34 compared to the 26 projected. Yeah, that's it. They got that victory that put them in the 3rd seat with an 8-4 record. For Von Miller time, still a strong team, still scoring a lot of points, but just losing the close games. It looks like they had Mixon, star player for them that week, put up 44 points compared to the 19 projected, which is insane. They also had the Denver defense put up 44 points compared to the 26 projected. So 2 great players on their team that time around. Unfortunately, they just weren't able to quite make it happen. They're sitting at a 6-6 in the 6th seat. Then we're going to go to the most anticipated game of the season. The Bus Boys going up against Find Your Niche. This is the number 1 seed going up against the number 2 seed. Okay, and one dethroned the other. It's not that hard to figure out. Okay, the Bus Boys won. Okay. They got the victory. They got the number 1 seed. They got that number 1 seed now. You know, feels good to be on top. On top. In the league, ladies and gentlemen. Where I belong. You know, it was a good bit. I had to hope that Lamar Jackson sucked. You know, because if he would have played well, I would have lost. I would have lost for sure. But Lamar Jackson only put up 32 out of the 60 projected, which helped me out tremendously. Let's see if the Bus Boys had any like really good players. First of all, their defense is terrible. They did awful. Oh my gosh, I was watching that and I was feeling sad. But no, Cordell Patterson was pretty much the only one who really did something remarkable to make up for, you know, the poor play in a lot of it. But yeah, Patterson put up 34 compared to the 15 projected. Really helped me out. Find your niche. You know, let down in a lot of areas. You know, mainly the quarterback area. They had Jones only put up about 40 compared to 46. Not too bad, but again, Jackson only put up 32 compared to the 60. Let's see if they have any key players that really did something here. It honestly looks like most people underprojected. Their key player is actually their kicker, Folk, who put up 21 points. And for a kicker to do something like that is very abnormal, but definitely helped them out. Definitely their star player this time around, but unfortunately weren't able to make it happen. That puts Find Your Niche, the 9-3 record, so tied record-wise, in second place, and the Bus Boys in first place with a 9-3 record. So you know what? Feels good. Looks good. I think number 1 looks good on me, so I'm all right with that. Then we have a very, very close game. We have the Kenosha Kickers going up against the Toss-Ups. They won by under 2 points. Okay, they scored 286-64, and the Toss-Ups scored 284-84, which is crazy. Super close game. Yeah, the Kickers. Let's see some star players. What's going on here? They had Gronk. Okay, put up 24-30 compared to the 10 projected. And honestly, their Miami defense just went crazy. Okay, 54 compared to the 27 projected. Yeah, without those two, with how close this game was, definitely would have lost this game if they would have gotten their projected. Dak Prescott and Carr both did well for the Toss-Ups. Prescott put up 77, and Carr put up 63 compared to the 53. Prescott originally projected 60. Honestly, had some good players. They did have their kicker out on a bye. So if they would have swapped out their kicker, and their kicker scored 3 points, 2 points, they would have won this game. They also had a running back in who scored 0 points. I'm assuming they were projected 0 points for that game. So that's usually how that works. So if Toss-Ups paid a little more attention to their lineup, they would have walked away with a victory. They're still in this, but it's pretty unlikely. I mean, you'd have to score a bunch of points, and then again, Von Miller would have to lose a lot. So it's not looking like it's going to happen for you. It's okay. It happens. All right. But the Kenosha Kickers are sitting comfortable. They have a 7-5 record. They're in the 5th seed. Pretty much locked in their playoff position at this point. Toss-Ups, again, they're in it, but it's looking real slim for you. You are in the 8th seed. So we'll see how that goes. All right, thanks for tuning in, guys. It's been a lot of up and down. Some people started off really hot and then kind of petered out, and other people have been kind of riding the coaster. Okay, all over the place. But yeah, good luck, everyone. Well, love you all. You all have a great night.